Hi, everybody. My name is Matt Meisenhelter, and I'm going to share about Samuel Walton's experience in the post-war 20th century economy. Samuel Moore Walton was born on March 29th, 1918, in Kingfisher, Oklahoma. His childhood was spent moving from town to town as his father worked for his uncle's Walton Mortgage Company. Entrepreneurship was a family business. In his autobiography, Walton credits his parents for teaching him the values of hard work and frugality. The Depression likewise convinced him that money should never be wasted. So as a child, he would sell newspapers, magazines, rabbits, pigeons, and help with his family's dairy business. Walton became an Eagle Scout and was known for natural leadership abilities. After graduating the University of Missouri with a degree in economics from 1940, Walton was trained in management with J.C. Penney. He appreciated Penny's emphasis on customer service, but believed that retailers could benefit by providing customers with lower prices and operating more efficiently. In 1942, Walton's retail career was stopped as he was drafted into the U.S. Army, where he served stateside in intelligence, reaching the rank of captain. This further honed his leadership skill until the end of the war in 1945, after which time he resolved to open his own retail store. That same year, Walton purchased a Ben Franklin variety store franchise in Newport, Arkansas, where he experimented with a low price, high volume sales model that made his store one of the most successful franchises in the country. However, Walton lost that store when the landlord refused to renew his lease. That taught Walton the importance of controlling his own real estate. Undeterred, he relocated to Bentonville, Arkansas, where he opened Walmart's 5 and 10 in 1950. Successful through the next decade, on July 2nd, 1962, Sam Walton opened the first ever Walmart store in Rogers, Arkansas. Within 5 years, he had expanded to 24 stores, and by 1970, Walmart was a publicly traded company. Author Bethany Morton argues that Walton's success is best understood through the lens of the traditional Christian family values and free market ideals that influenced him in the culture of the Ozarks. Christian conservatism gave Walton a strong Protestant work ethic, patriotism, and sense of duty to community. Morton explains that Walmart framed business as a form of Christian service and not just an occupation or profit-seeking endeavor. He encouraged his employees to see their work as a service and a calling. Corporate messaging consistently spoke of humility, teamwork, and serving others. Morton explains how much of post-war American business reflected such values, as did capitalism more broadly. Morton also notes the rise of women in the workplace as significant to Walton's retail success. 1980 was the first ever billion-dollar sales year for Walmart, by which point they were opening 276 stores in 11 states. It was expanding rapidly, opening close to 50 new stores a year in the early 80s. Sam Walton's chairman's report that year continued to message his decades-long philosophy and values. Keep prices low, operate efficiently, and share success. He didn't call his employees employees, he called them associates and always shared success with them and encouraged them to maintain excellent customer service as the store continues expanding. 10 years later, the 1990 company report marked one of the highest points of Walton's corporate leadership. By that point, Walmart had grown from a single discount store in Arkansas to the nation's largest retailer, with more than 1,500 stores and Sam's Clubs, over 250,000 associates, and over $25 billion in annual sales. Walton's humble chairman report that year was sure to give credit to the people of the company and not himself. Quote, "The most explosive decade of growth in Walmart's history," he says, "was due to the associates' daily hard work that made the company's success possible by serving one company at a time, one customer at a time." Still today, just outside the front door of Liberty University and in over 10,000 places today, Samuel Walton's entrepreneurial legacy endures as it has become the largest retailer on planet Earth. Lorenzo Filamonti explains how gross domestic product became the dominant measure of economic success by prioritizing production, as did Sam as they expanded Walmart. Christian Sandvig argues that researchers need to understand enough technical knowledge to evaluate claims instead of taking them at face value. So Sam Walton kept a close eye on actual store operations until he passed away in the 90s. Paul Romer argues that economic growth is best explained by combining historical evidence and economic theory, which I've hoped to do in this presentation. Walmart's growth was not just entrepreneurial skill, but the use of information, logistics, and systems.